Your teacher today is Dr. Bosa Science. Dr. Bosa is a teacher at the Science Foundation College, the best school that teaches sciences. At A level, we teach sciences only. At O level, we teach arts and sciences. Today, 24th August 2019, we are going to look at redox titrations. Oxidation states. Oxidation state is the combining power of an atom in a compound. Oxidation states of metals group 1 to 3 is equal to the group number. For example, oxidation state of lithium, sodium, and potassium is positive 1. Oxidation state of magnesium, calcium, or barium is positive 2. Oxidation state of aluminium is positive 3. Oxidation states of elements in other groups is variable. However, in the calculations of oxidation state of an atom in a molecule or a compound, it is assumed that the oxidation state of hydrogen is positive 1, then oxygen is negative 2, and the oxidation state of group 7 elements is negative 1, unless otherwise stated. Example: calculate oxidation states of underlined elements in the compounds below. For example, oxidation state of sulfur in the sulfuric acid. We have said that the oxidation state of hydrogen is 1, positive 1, but there are 2 atoms. Oxidation state of sulfur we don't know, we can give it a letter X. Then oxidation state of oxygen is negative 2, but there are 4 atoms in a molecule, and therefore this is equal to overall charge on the molecule, which is equal to 0. So this is 2 plus x minus 8 is equal to 0. X is equal to 6. Therefore, oxidation state of sulfur in the sulfuric acid is positive 6. Then 2 sulfur in the sulfate ions. Again, we relate the oxidation state of sulfur to Bx. The oxidation state of oxygen is negative 2. So it's negative 2, but there are 4 atoms times 4. The charge on sulfate ion is negative 2. Therefore, x minus 8 is equal to negative 2. X is equal to 6. Therefore, the oxidation state of sulfur in the sulfate ions is positive 6. Example 3, you calculate the oxidation state of nitrogen in nitric acid. Also calculate oxidation state of sulfur in sodium thiosulfate. You can pause, answer the question, then compare your answer with mine. So we expect you to have got hydrogen is positive 1, then plus x, oxidation state of nitrogen, plus negative 2 times 3, oxidation state of oxygen, there are 3 atoms, is equal to 0. Therefore 1 plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. X is equal to 5. Therefore, oxidation state of nitrogen in nitric acid is 5. Then part 4, sodium is in group 1. Elements in group 1 have got oxidation state positive 1 times 2 plus 2x minus 2 times 3, the overall charge on the molecule is 0. Therefore 2 plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. 2x is equal to 4, x is equal to 2. Oxidation state of sulfur and sodium thiosulfate is positive 2. Example 5. Calculate oxidation state of manganese in a potassium permanganate and oxidation state of chromium in dichromate iron. You can pause, do the number, then compare your answer with mine. Here, potassium is in group 1, so it has got oxidation state positive 1. Then plus manganese, oxidation state, let it be x, minus 2 times 4, the overall charge is 0. Therefore 1 plus x minus 8 is equal to 0, x is equal to 7. Therefore the oxidation state of manganese in the potassium permanganate is 7. Similarly, let x be the oxidation state of chromium. So 2x minus 2 times 7 is equal to negative 2. The overall charge is negative 2. Then 2x is equal to 12. X is equal to 6. Therefore, oxidation state of chromium in dichromate is positive 6. I hope you can calculate oxidation state of any element in a compound. If we go to 7 and you are asked to calculate the oxidation state of iodine in potassium iodate, again we shall say this is 1 plus x minus 2 times 3 is equal to 0, x is equal to 5. Or if you are asked to calculate the oxidation state of chlorine in potassium chlorate, again we shall say that 1 plus x minus 2 times 4 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to positive 7. Reduction is addition of an electron to an atom or iron. For example, copper 2 plus plus an electron, you get copper 1 plus. 1 electron neutralizes 1 positive. Copper 2 plus plus 2 electrons, we get copper. Similarly, iodine plus an electron, we get iodine. Addition of an electron changes the charge on an ion by adding negative 1. Similarly, oxygen minus plus an electron, you get oxygen 2 minus, or oxygen plus 2 electron, you get oxygen 2 minus. So adding an electron reduces the charge on an ion or on an atom by 1. Balancing reduction half equation is, for example, manganese is reduced in the presence of an acid to manganese 2 plus water. First, we balance the atoms. Here, one atom of manganese, one atom of manganese. 4 atoms of oxygen, 1 atom of oxygen. So what we do, we put a 4 to have 4 atoms of oxygen. Then 8 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of hydrogen. To balance, we put 80 atoms of hydrogen. Now we have to balance the charges. When you are balancing the charges, we say that this is -1 plus electrons plus 8 positive will be equal to positive 2. You have 2 on this side. So this is E plus 7 is equal to positive 2. E is equal to -5. But electron has got a negative charge. So you can balance by putting a 5 there. So this is a balanced half equation. Then 2, if we are to balance Cr2 O7 2 minus plus electrons plus hydrogen, you will get chromium 3, then plus water. Again, we balance the number of atoms. Here there are 2, here it is 1, so we put a 2. Oxygen there are 7, here there is 1, so we put a 7 to make 7 oxygen. 7 times 2 is 14 hydrogen, here you have 1, so you put 14 hydrogen. After balancing the atoms of the elements, then we balance the charges. This is -2 plus electron plus 14 positive is equal to 2 times 3, 6. So E plus 12 is equal to 6, then E is equal to -6. So you have a balanced equation by putting 6 electrons. 3. Balance the following half equation. You can pause, balance, then you compare your answer with mine. So we have 2 iodine atoms. Here we have 1, so we put a 2. Here we have 6 oxygen atoms. Here we have 1, so we put a 6 to have 6 oxygen atoms. This here we have 12 hydrogen atoms. Here we have 1, so we put 12. Then we balance the charges. 2 times -1 is -2 plus E. 12 times +1, you get 12 is equal to 0 on this side. Then E plus 10 is equal to 0. E is equal to -10. But we say that an electron has got a negative charge. So negative, we put a 10 there. Then 4. You balance the equation. What we have here, first we balance the number of atoms. Manganese is 1, we have 1. Oxygen is 4, here we have 2 plus 1, 3, so we put a 2 here to make them 4. Hydrogen is 1, here we have 4, so we put a 4 there. After balancing the number of atoms, then we balance the charges. This is -1 plus electrons plus 4. 4 times 1 is equal to 0. Then E plus 3 is equal to 0. Then E is equal to -3. So we put a 3 there. 5 hydrogen peroxide plus electron plus hydrogen will give you water. So you can pause, balance the equation, then you compare your answer with mine. Again, we balance the number of atoms. Here we have 2, here we have 2. Oxygen we have 2, here we have 1, so we put a 2 to make them 4. Here we have 4 hydrogen, here we have 2 plus 1 3, so we put a 2 here to make them 4. After balancing the number of atoms, then you balance the charges. Here it is 0 plus electrons plus 2 is equal to 0. E is equal to negative 2. Therefore, we put a 2 there to balance the equation. Oxidation half equation. Oxidation is the removal of electron from a species. When you remove an electron from a species, it acquires a positive charge. Example is iron 2 plus minus an electron, you get iron 3 plus. When you remove an electron from a species, its oxidation state becomes more positive by 1 unit. Then iodine minus an electron, you get iodine 2. Minus 2 electron, you get iodine. Oxalate minus 2 electron, you get carbon dioxide gas. Also, hydrogen peroxide can act as a reducing agent by giving away electrons. So hydrogen peroxide minus 2 electrons, you get 2H plus plus oxygen plus many more. Balancing full equation. For example, potassium permanganate plus iodide in presence of an acid. First, we write half equation for manganate ions. Also write half equation for iodine ion. Half equation for manganate ion, we wrote it as plus 5 electron plus 8 hydrogen to get manganese 2 plus 4 H2O. Also, the half equation for iodide ion, we show it that iodide ion gets oxidized by loss of electron to get iodine. The electrons from iodide ions are the one which reduces the manganate ions in order to get a full equation. When we are balancing or writing this equation, we multiply a factor here and then a factor here such that the electrons are the same. In this case, we shall multiply this one by 2 to make this electron is 10. Also, we shall multiply this one by 5 to make this electron is negative 10. So that when we come to add the two equations, all the electrons are neutralized. So what we do, we add whatever is on the left and then we add whatever on the right on this side. So here we shall get the full equation as manganese 4, 2 times manganese, then plus 16 hydrogen plus 10 iodine ions, then 10 electrons minus 10 electrons, we get 0. Then you write whatever on the right on this side. So this 2 times manganate ions, you get 2 Mn2 plus aqueous plus 2 times 4, which is 8 H2O liquid, then plus 5 times iodide, so you get 5 iodine aqueous. So this is the full equation between permanganate 7 and iodide iron is 2. If you are required to write an equation between permanganate 7 ions and iron 2 ions in the presence of an acid, again you write half equation for manganate iron. Manganate was 4 plus 5 electrons plus 8 hydrogens to get manganese 2 ions plus water H2O. Then for iron, it was iron 2 plus minus an electron, it gives you iron 3 plus we put set symbols. Again we want 5 electrons from here, so we multiply the whole thing here by 5 and then we add to get a full equation. Then we get manganese 4 minus aqueous plus 5 iron 2 aqueous plus 8 hydrogen aqueous, 5 electrons minus 5 electrons, they will cancel. Then they will give you manganese 2 plus aqueous plus 5 iron 3 plus aqueous plus 4 H2O liquid. So manganese and iron will react in ratio 1 to 5. 3. If you are required to write a full equation between potassium iodate and potassium iodide in presence of an acid, remember hydrogen ion here represents sulfuric acid or phosphoric acid. First write half equation for iodate ion plus electron plus hydrogen, we get iodine 2 aqueous plus water liquid. So here we have 2, so we put 2. Here we have 6 oxygen, so we put 6. This brings to 12. So you put 12. Then we balance the charges. This is negative 2 times negative 1 plus electron plus 12 will be equal to 0. Then electron is equal to negative 10. So we put 10 here because an electron is negative 1. Then we write half equation for iodate ion. 2 minus 2 electrons, you get I2 aqueous. Then in balancing the full equation, we make sure that the negative electron is equal to the positive electron. How do we make it? We multiply this one by 5 and we add. So this is 2I of 3 minus aqueous plus 10I aqueous plus 12 hydrogen plus aqueous will give us 5 times 1 plus 1, 6 I2 aqueous plus 6 H2O liquid. When we reduce by 2, then we shall have IO3 minus aqueous plus 5I aqueous plus 6 H plus aqueous will give us 3 I2 aqueous plus 3 H2O liquid. So this is the overall equation between iodide ions and iodate ions in presence of an acid. 4. You may be required to write an equation, a full equation between permanganate 7 and the hydrogen peroxide in the presence of an acid. You can pause, write a full equation, then you compare your answer with mine. What we do again, we write our equation is, that is manganate aqueous plus 5 electrons plus 8 hydrogens aqueous, you get manganese 2 plus aqueous plus 4 H2O liquid. Again, you write half equation for hydrogen peroxide. We saw that hydrogen peroxide 2 minus 2 electrons, it gives you 2 hydrogen plus aqueous plus oxygen gas. You want these electrons to be the same. What do? We multiply this one by 2. You multiply this one by 5. So that these are 10 electrons, these are 10 electrons. Again, we add. So it becomes 2 Mn of 4 minus aqueous plus 5 H2O2 aqueous plus 16 minus 10, because this comes this side, it becomes 10 plus 6 hydrogen plus aqueous will give you 2 Mn 2 plus 2 times 2 plus 8 H2O, then plus 5 O2 gas. That plus permanganate and the hydrogen peroxide react in ratio 1 to 5. React in ratio 1 to 5. 6. You may be required to write a full equation between permanganate 7 and oxalate ions in presence of an acid. You can pause, write a full equation, then you compare your answer with mine. Similarly, we write a full equation for manganate ions. Manganate ions, it is 5 electrons plus 8 hydrogen. Aqueous we get manganese 2 plus. Aqueous plus 4 H2O. Liquid, again deoxyzolate iron 2 minus 2 electrons, you get 2 CO2 gas. Again, to make the electrons equal, we multiply this one by 2, we multiply this one by 5, and then we add. So the full equation becomes 2 manganate iron aqueous plus 16 hydrogen ions. 10 electron minus 10 electron is 0, plus 5 oxalate iron. Aqueous will give us 2 manganate ions plus 8 H2 liquid plus 10 carbon dioxide gas. Here manganate ions and the oxalate ion, the active ratio 2 to 5.
The Science Foundation College enamave ku Lwejjinja ng'oyingira kilomita emu. Somero lya Dene Boarding eri abawala n'abalenzi. Ku O-level tusomesa arts ne sciences, ate A-level tusomesa sciences zokka. Omwana mulete ku The Science Foundation College. Ffe tusinga okusomesa sciences. Okumanya ebisingawo kuba ku 0753 8 27 09. The Science Foundation College, based on sciences and based for sciences.